about to turn this 5 pounds of beef fat into skincare, sugar scrub, and cooking tallow. Let's do it. I've made beef tallow 2 other times, and I am learning from my mistakes. So this time what we're doing differently is we're actually going to obviously trim off any little scrap of meat to try to avoid the tallow from smelling like meat, and we're going to chop this up really tiny. I had watched a video of a lady who actually gets it ground up, and she says it just renders down so much better. I didn't get it ground up, but we're going to chop it into teeny tiny little bits. It is now 7 years later, and I have my meat. Wait, I have my meat and I have my fat. What does everybody else do with all the meat scraps? I think I'm gonna feed mine to my dog. But tell me, am I supposed to be doing something better with them? I don't know. So anyways, I'm gonna put this in the crock pot with some water because we're gonna wet render this one. So I'm glad I didn't ask for more fat. I wanted to do 6 pounds, but I don't know. This is perfect. This is a pretty good sized crock pot, and I got a lot of fat. So now I'm going to pour in some baking soda, a couple tablespoons worth anyways, maybe a little more. And then I've got 6 cups of water, maybe? 4? Whatever this is. And then we're gonna put this on low and let it cook all night long. So I will see you in the morning. All right, I woke up the next morning and this is what we've got. Look at all that. It's really boiled down, or not boiled, it's really melted down. Lots of good tallow here. So now our next step is to strain it. To strain this stuff, I've got an actual strainer, and then I have a cheesecloth that I've got several layers of. Look at all this tallow we have. This is going to go in the fridge now. It's going to cool down and separate, and the water and all the impurities are going to sink to the bottom. But this is all that's left out of that. So I did pretty good cutting everything off. So this has been sitting in the fridge all day and hardening up. So I'm going to pop it out of the bowl, and then I'm going to scrape off all of the impurities from underneath, and then I'm going to put it back into my crock pot. All right, this is what it looks like. I'm going to take a little knife and scrape off this bottom section because that's where all the impurities are right now. Okay, we're going to put this back in the crock pot. We are going to do one more wet render because I still think it smells beefy and I really want to try to get as much smell out as I can. So back in the crock pot, some more water, and some more baking soda. All right, good morning. It is now Sunday morning. I started this process on Friday evening, but this is what we have so far. So this is after my second wet rendering. We're gonna pop this out of the bowl and see what the bottom looks like. Ignore all the dishes behind me. I have to do those still. Look at that. How beautiful. We got one nice, gorgeous chunk of tallow here. It still has a little bit of a smell. We're gonna do a dry render next, so we're putting this back in the crock pot one more time with no water this time, and we're gonna let it simmer for a while. This is my finished product. It is now Saturday. So we are 1 week from starting this project to this point. But the last 3 days, this has just been sitting in my fridge because I haven't had time to get to it. But look at this beautiful white hunk of fat. It doesn't smell like anything, which I didn't think would be possible because it smelled like meat for a long time. But I'm really excited. So I'm gonna let this warm up a little bit and then I'm going to whip it up and make some face creams. But there you have it. We have tallow.